If it looks like you're going to be ready to start on our lab for Newton's second law, these are a couple of things I need you to keep in mind. The first, of course, I would like for you to keep it in groups of 2 or 3, 4 if it's absolutely necessary, but I really think you could complete this lab with 2 or 3 people. One of the things you need to keep in mind is that you're going to want to spread out around the room because you will need some space to be able to roll the golf ball and the marble and the plastic ball across the room. Um, you're going to have to do this on the floor. Tabletop is not going to work because you're probably going to receive distances a little bit greater than the space you have on the tabletop. Please make sure your phones are not out at any time during the lab. There's absolutely no reason to use your timer or to calculate anything anyway, so you should not need your phones out for this lab. And please make sure you return any materials back when you're done so that way we have them to use again, especially if you don't get the lab finished. Um, One thing to mention, make sure if you do start the lab, make sure you hit submit whenever you're done at the end of the class period, even if you're not completely finished. Um, it's really important for you to do a quick risk assessment. Are you keeping a safe walkway for everybody to pass? Because you're going to be working on the floor, just be mindful that other people will need to walk around you. Are you using all of the materials in a safe manner? Doesn't matter how many times we do this, I tend to always have to tell people not to use the meter stick as a sword or a baseball bat. But please do not use the meter stick as a sword or a baseball bat. And last thing to think about is, are there any specific safety risks that you need to keep in mind when you're completing this lab? You're going to be using round objects, a marble, golf ball. Think of those as being tripping hazards and be mindful of where those items are at all times so that way we can reduce the risk of somebody getting hurt. So just think about all these things before you start on the lab so that way you can work in the safest environment possible.